When I tell people I have Tourette's, I get asked the strangest questions, and they're usually the same ones. If I could get a penny every time someone asked me one of these things, I wouldn't be this poor. But since that's not going to happen, and there's no monetary gain in this for me, Mr. Beast get on this. Today, I'm going to debunk 5 myths about Tourette's Syndrome. Let's go. Hey! Hi, I'm Luca, and on this channel I talk about what it's like to live with Tourette's and ADHD. And today I want to talk about 5 things that people usually say to me or ask me when I tell them that I have Tourette's. And these questions and comments are based on some very common misunderstandings about Tourette's syndrome. So if you've ever said this to someone who has Tourette's, don't feel bad. You clicked on this video, so I'm assuming you want to learn. So welcome. And if you have Tourette's yourself, I'm sure you'll have some additional comments, questions, and stories. So leave those in the comments below. Okay, so let's start. Number 1, you have Tourette's. That means you swear all the time, right? No, I mean, I swear all the time, but that's not because I have Tourette's. If you look at the representation of Tourette's in the media, you would believe that Tourette's is just a swearing disease, even though only 10% of people with Tourette's actually swear. This is called coprolalia. Coprolalia. So only 10% of people with Tourette's actually swear. So that means that 90% of people with Tourette's don't have swearing tics. It's sad that this is the representation that we get in the media. It's just not true, okay? Number 2, oh, you have tics, don't worry, you don't have to be nervous. I don't have tics because I'm nervous. Sure, tics can be worse when you're under more stress, but nervous tics are not the same as the tics that we have with Tourette's. It's a neurological disorder, it's a movement disorder, and it kind of happens all the time. When I'm just chilling on the sofa, watching Netflix, watching YouTube as I do, I still have tics and I'm not nervous. It's not related to each other, it isn't. Oh, I'd love to have Tourette's. That would mean I could say whatever I wanted. That's the opposite of Tourette's. I mean, I say a lot of weird stuff, but it has nothing to do with what I want to say. It means that I say stuff that I don't want to say. And you don't want that. I promise, you don't want that, okay? You have Tourette's, oh, but in this and this situation, you didn't have tics, so why can't you hold it in now? Yeah, I mean, I can hold in my tics some of the time. Loads of people can't, some people can, some people have loads of therapy to learn how to hold in their tics. But usually that's a lot of effort and it takes a lot of energy. And if I've been spending 8 hours suppressing my tics, at some point they're gonna come out. And it's not worth the effort to hold them in just to please you, honestly. And just because someone has more tics on one day than the other day, doesn't mean that they were faking it. I mean, tics come and go, that's normal. So, no, just don't. Oh, you know, Tourette's, that's something only those white privileged kids get, right? Nah. Tourette's is equally distributed over all ethnic. Tourette's is evenly distributed over all White people don't get Tourette's more or less than other ethnicities, even though in the media we see mostly white people in Western countries with Tourette's. It happens to all people from all walks of life. And it's not just kids either, even though, yeah, it's more common for kids to have Tourette's or more severe Tourette's. loads of adults have it, like me. Number 5. I once got this comment that was very interesting. I once got this very interesting comment. It was, I understand that you can't help it, that you say this thing, but you're still a bad person because you were still thinking it. And the idea behind that is whatever people are ticking is something they were secretly thinking, but they just don't have the capacity to hold it in. And that's not how it works. I mean, I have no idea where some of these words come from that I have as tics, but I say the weirdest stuff and I'm not usually thinking about those things. Yes, it's true that there are sometimes more situational tics that can be very awkward, but they are more like intrusive thoughts. They're the thing you know you cannot say, that you don't want to say, that you don't actually believe, but then they come out. So it has nothing to do with what people are actually thinking. It's more likely that that's the opposite of what they want. For example, when I'm in a meeting and someone's doing a very, very important speech, I have a tic to roll my eyes. Now, I don't do that because I think what they are saying is boring or that I don't want to listen to them. It's because I don't want that. That's where the tic comes from. So no, okay, it's not because I was secretly thinking that you're ugly or that I hate your baby or that I think what you were saying was boring. It's a tic. Can't help it. All right? Oh. I'm getting worked up for no reason. I'm talking to a camera and it's like I'm talking to the person who's actually saying that stuff to me. It's kind of cathartic, so I think this is good. This is good stuff. So this is pretty much it. So yeah, let me know in the comments what the most common questions are that you get asked about your tics, and if you've learned anything. If you like this type of content, please let me know and maybe leave a like, even subscribe. I have loads of more videos coming up. The list is endless, don't worry. I'll leave some resources below as always, and have a great day. Love you. Bye. Hey.